Hello everybody, Xanafar here, and today I'm doing a review of episode 17 of Ultraman Trigger.
If you like this video, don't forget to drop a like for this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So let's get into it.
Let's talk about what happened in this episode. So Metsuyo Roshi is fighting Gustulette, and Gustulette does a new attack, freezing the kaiju, but their ship goes down. And then they make a plan to defeat the kaiju, and the kaiju wakes up and Dark Trigger darts to batter it. And then Kengo destroys the kaiju's horn and transforms into Trigger. Then Camilla shows up and Dark Trigger darts to battle her, and Kengo transforms into Greater Trigger and defeats Metsuyo Roshi. And then Gustulette starts pointing their guns at Camilla, and Camilla retreats with Dargon. And then Anus gets thrown into jail. That's basically what happened in this episode. Let's talk about the characters. Let's talk about Kengo. Kengo has a pretty badass moment where he starts piloting the gut ship and destroys Metsuyo Roshi's horn. And that was actually really badass. That was pretty cool to see. The captain has some nice moments as well. You can see why he is the captain. Yuna has a moment where she feels insecure about, her powers, and her teammates cheer up. That's a very nice moment as well. Also, Anus clearly has PTSD about his plan to get destroyed by Headram, and that is also very interesting, and that's something I find fascinating. And damn, they do my boy dirty by putting him in jail, jeez. Camilla was in this episode. She's mostly trying to get revenge, trying to kill Kengo, and that's pretty interesting. Also, Dargon was in this episode, and he basically told her to not underestimate humans. And that is pretty interesting because, he is fascinated by these human creatures, basically. So he's just like, hey, don't underestimate these guys. We can do our revenge later. And that's pretty cool to see. The other Gustulette members all have pretty nice moments in this episode, and honestly, pretty likable. Characters were really good in this episode. The effects were mixed. Pretty okay with the practical effects. The CGI was kind of bad in this episode, especially this one shot that was like, holy crap, that looks fake, so bad. So the effects were kind of mixed to really good and really bad. Criticisms, really, I already kind of said my criticism. The CGI is not that good in this episode. What did I like about this episode? I really liked this episode pacing. It kept me entertained all the way through, and I thought that was just really nice. I also really liked this scene where Dark Trigger injures Camilla. I thought that was really badass. I really like this scene too, where Metsuyo Roshi is sleeping or statuized in the sunset. It could remind me a lot of this scene in Gamma Guardian Universe where Gauss is sleeping with the sunset thing. I don't know if that was a reference to that, but I thought it was very cool looking and reminded me a lot of that scene. So what did I think of this episode, and what's my rating for it? Well, I actually really liked this episode. I thought this episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. Kept me really entertained. So yeah, I think I would give this episode a 9 out of 10. Because this episode was pretty good. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Xanafar is out.